a short little guy, right? He's got a little guy complex.
He
For
is?
years, he's been saying he's 6 feet, 250. When he got arrested, they had to take his official height at 5'8", 230 or something like that, which is, it's fine. That's still respectable weight, but it's just to sit there and lie for years saying you're 6 feet when you're 5'8". But he has pictures of him and his girl and another guy and his girl. That guy towers over him, and even his girl and the other girl, which are small little women, are taller than him, and he wears Converse, but the Converse have 2-inch heels in them. So he's not even 5'8". He's really like 5'6", and the whole big thing all over the internet is he's 5'2", he's 5'3", he's a munchkin.
He lies about everything.
He's just so wrapped up in his appearance and his height and that. So there's this guy who punks everybody on the internet, right? And his big thing is going to these fitness expos and asking what's your height and what's your weight. And when they tell him, he'll pull out a scale and a tape measure. And he's like, let's make sure that you're not lying. And like 50 to 70% of these people are lying about all that stuff. They don't really weigh this. They're not really that tall. It just shows how insecure these people are. People with big muscles and that are usually the most insecure people. And I can identify with that. But
that's so weird.
This guy does all that. Well, he also dressed up as Wes Watson and went to a public hearing, like in a courthouse. Like he shaved his head, got fake tattoos, had the little purse on, wore the skinny jeans with the white outfit, like looked like Wes, right? Did the beard. And he's a big jack guy, and he went in there yelling and cursing and acting like Wes does. You dumb MFers, and on, and just made a whole show. Wes saw that video and said, this guy's hilarious. I thought this just pissed me off, but it's hilarious. It's so funny. And if I ever met this guy, I would shake his hand and just like act like how he would be, wouldn't think of it as a big deal. And so on. And if he came, I would think it's funny and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, the guy shows up to his gym to see he dresses up like Wes, goes to Wes's gym and is like, what's up, MFer, blah, blah, blah. I'm Wes Watson. And of course, this whole thing erupts, and he's like, well, you say you're 6 feet. I have the tape measure, and here's the weight. Like, let's get and then all his goons come in and they attack his cameraman and they push him out and
all
he
these men can get men.
He shows a clip too of him saying, if Eric Konetsky comes to my gym, I will embrace him and think it's funny, and he can. So he goes there, and then the complete opposite thing happens, and he freaks out. He obviously doesn't get the height, doesn't get the weight, and yeah. He's all about being this alpha male and that, but the first thing he says to him is, hey, you can suck my D. And it's always like, that's his first response. Who tells another man, suck my D? That doesn't, like, something's wrong there. And then he has SD on the top of his bald head.
Tattooed?
Yes, which is for San Diego, but it's like, is that for San Diego or is that for, because you like to do stuff.
Well, prison will be real fun for a little bit.
Yeah. It's obvious that's how he's making his money too. He's got daddies on the side that he's servicing, and the coaching thing is just a front for what he's really doing.
There's a lot of these. Wow. Thanks for story time.